Many of you have been asking what's going on with the Commodore, what's happened to it. You guys had some interesting comments about it possibly being stolen, crashed. So in today's episode, we're going to go through everything Commodore, and there is a silver lining. We did sell it. So if you're new to Project B, and more specifically the Lemon to Lambo challenge, it's where myself and Morgan go from car to car, flipping the worst of worst cars, the lemons of the bunch, to hopefully one day getting that Lamborghini. Recently, we bought and sold this year a Volkswagen Golf GTI. Wow, that was a walk in the park.
Very
sold.
Easy, yeah.
Straight away. Then we're thinking, sweet, the month hasn't even finished yet. Why another car? So we bought a 2008 Holden Commodore SS manual, and we're thinking, God, we've hit a home run here, and we did.
Yeah. I think a lot of you probably going, why did you buy a Commodore as well?
Well, a lot of you also were going, thank God you bought a Commodore.
Yeah, I think as well, we really wanted to experience what a Commodore is.
Yeah, we both have never, I think the closest I've ever got to a Commodore is a Monaro, and that's a kind of a different thing because it's an older car.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've never been Commodore or Ford. We've always been, more specifically JDM and Euro. Morgan is a weirdo, straight JDM.
I mean, I tried Euro, I don't like it though.
What did you try? Oh, the BMW.
BMW.
You bought a crap Euro. Anyway.
Yeah.
So we're not Commodore people. We're not Falcon people. We don't have what would you say, a foot in either camp.
Yeah.
We just wanted to experience what everyone else was experiencing. A few of you guys have told us, hey, get a Commodore, get an XR6 Turbo. Well, we ticked the Commodore off. I don't know if we want to go too far into an XR6 now.
Yeah, well,
Maybe.
I think they're quite different though.
Yeah, very different.
Being turbo, I think I still kind of want it. But
anyway, as we found out from the last episode, we can do an install for 4 minutes of the video and talk for 8. So we'll make sure that we cut it sweet. We're not going to blab on. We bought the Commodore. Now we bought it knowing that there was an intermittent check engine light. It was a little rough on the bodywork. The headlights were completely fogged up.
There's like a tear in the seat. The interior needs a little bit of work.
Interior was a bit, how you going? The shift boot completely just disintegrated. It almost looked like the 180s shift boot. Yeah. So we ended up giving it a full service because it didn't come with any service history. We changed the shift boot, gave it a full interior clean. We did the car shampooer.
Yeah.
What else did we do?
We did a car bomb. Oh, the
car
scent
bomb, yeah, because it did smell.
Yeah, there was like 5 different air fresheners in it.
Yeah, so it smelled, it didn't look great from the outside, didn't look good on the inside, and it had no service history. But it ran. We, at this point, never had a check engine light. Yeah. It was just the battery was a little bit low, so we chucked it on a battery tender. The car was sweet. Passed a roadworthy, we registered it, did the review for you guys, and that's about where we left you guys.
Yep.
So what happened after the review? So after the review, we're at sweet, put it up for sale, and then crickets.
Yeah, well, we're not crickets. We had a lot of attention, but just not the attention we wanted. There was a lot of lowballers. There was a lot of people messaging, but just not genuine or any actual interest in the car.
And then never reply.
Yeah. Or you're old, would you take this much? And I'll be like, you know what, let's just get it out of here. Yep. And then they just ghost.
Yeah. So originally we had it up for, I think it was 17 and a half to start off with.
Which is
already cheap.
Yeah, one of the cheapest on the market.
At the time, I'm not too sure, I haven't seen what Commodore prices are doing right now, but for a manual VE Commodore with under 200,000 Ks, that's pretty good. And obviously we had to make it a little bit cheaper because of the bodywork and the interior is a little faded. But anyway, we probably had it sitting for a month with no one.
Yeah.
Maybe longer.
Yeah.
The whole time it was registered though, so we were driving it here and there, not too much though. And then someone came to look at the car, which we were very excited about. And was that an ABS light or a check engine?
Yeah, I took it for a test drive, and then as they returned it, it had all the lights, which I'm not saying it was their fault.
Yeah.
But had some.
It didn't, they drove it, it did. We had driven it during that time to up Mount Tambourine and to work and that kind of thing, getting parts from super cheap. No problem with us driving it.
Yeah.
Now, we're not ratting on whoever it was that drove it, but after they drove it, we had problems. So yes, I believe it was
ABS, traction control,
and check engine.
Yep.
Yeah. So we got it home. So it still drove fine. It just had lights obviously up on the dash. Scanned them, and from what we could see, it was a wheel speed sensor was triggering the ABS light, and which then in turn caused the traction control light, which then in turn caused the engine light. At this point, I think, God, we were just trying to sell a car, get rid of it. We were telling people, hey, look, it's not the best. There are a couple of lights on. And it just got to the point where all of the people interested, no one was messaging anymore. So we thought, stuff it, we'll put it up in the auctions. Why didn't we fix it? In our mind, it was just like, okay, we'll just flick it off the auctions, because rather than diving down this rabbit hole, we knew that the car potentially had other issues that maybe have surfaced. At the point we had it, we thought it was a solid car, then realized, okay, it's not too happy now. We could have gone down the rabbit hole of trying to replace the wheel speed sensor, which is not a big problem, but then it's kind of like, what's the next problem? So we decided we'll just throw it through the auctions. That way it's as is with all the check engine lights and everything. We knew that we're probably going to take a loss.
And if you thought that was the worst it could have gotten.
Yeah, it got even worse.
Got even worse. So we sent it through to an auction here in Brisbane, and they've done a vehicle check. Yeah. Obviously a more extensive one than the one we did.
So we just do the normal standard PPSR. Is it stolen? Has it been written off? Yeah. The car, we did the check before we bought the car. It was never stolen. It's never been written off. There was no finance owing, anything like that. But their history check found a little more.
Yep.
It's not been crashed. It's not been written off. There's no finance owing. It's not been stolen. I think it was Martin that you said it was stolen. It's not been stolen. Morgan, what did the check say?
It said the odometer was wound back.
Yes.
Which, the funny thing was, the odometer was only wound back 7,000 kilometers.
No, it was 4,000.
Or 4,000 kilometers?
It was 4,000 kilometers.
Which...
over, I think it was a 1 month period.
Yeah, I think that's odd. Like, if you're gonna wind back an odometer, you don't wind it back 4,000, but...
No. And it was at it was like 127 to 123 was the wind back. So immediately we're thinking, okay, well, that's shit.
Yep.
We don't want to be selling someone a car that's potentially got a fake odometer. So another kind of good plus for selling it through the auctions is, look, it's a clean bill of sale. It's as is. It was unreserved. All the information's there. It's then, completely open. We're not trying to hide anything. We didn't dispute it, but we did just ask, hey, it's a little odd to only, if you're winding an odometer back, surely, like, if it's at 127 odd thousand Ks or whatever it was, surely you'd wind it back to, say, 90,000 Ks or something. 4,000 Ks is not going to affect the price of the car. It's not going to do anything.
Yeah, I feel like at that point, why even bother?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But we said, hey, look, if you guys are going to have to put it up. We're not going to challenge you on the fact. And then it went up. Morgan and I were very nervous. It was unreserved, so effectively it could have sold just for $100.
Yep.
But it didn't. Actually, should we go through all the prices and we'll come to what it actually sold for at the end?
And if we lost money or made money.
Yeah. All right. So originally, I thought I got to buy the Century. We bought it's 2007 or 2008. Holden Commodore VSS manual was $13,200. From what we could see at the time, the good ones were selling from anywhere from 20 to 25. So we thought, sweet, we're onto a winner here.
Yeah. And I mean, like when we looked at it, we knew it wasn't the perfect condition, but
we thought at least 18, 19, something like that.
Yeah.
We then obviously had to roadworthy it, so that was $200. Registration, V8s. It's expensive. $1,025.65. Morgan doesn't worry about the cents though, so never mind. Immediately we saw when we were looking at the car, shift boot definitely need to be replaced. Shift boots are just one of those things that if you get into a car that's got a ratty shit boot, I'll get you to do the dolphin sound of it. A ratty shift boot. It kind of brings down the whole interior of the car. It just makes things look not that nice. So we replaced that. That was $69 and 30 cents. The full service, oil, filters. We didn't do spark plugs. They seem to be okay. Was $121.40. Again, Morgan doesn't care about the cents. We then got the wet vacuum, so we just hired that from our local Woolworths. Was it for a day?
I think you can do it, 24 hours or a weekend or something like that.
Something like that. That was $60. We then redid the headlights, like cut and polish them back with the drill. That actually made the car look a lot more presentable, not as old and haggard. That was $71. And holy crap, do SS Commodores use a lot of fuel? $101 in the short driving that we did with it.
Yep.
So total we were in for it was $14,848, and still I thought that we're onto a win. We're gonna make like $3-4 grand profit here.
One more thing, we did get rid of the rego.
Yes, so I was coming to that.
Okay.
So yeah, because we were throwing it through the auctions, all the cars are sold unregistered. So we did deregister the car. We did get a little bit of money back from that. So we got $278 back from that, which brings our grand total to $14,569 that were into the car. If it doesn't add up exactly, it's because Morgan doesn't add the cents.
Yeah, I mean, but the final numbers
roughly same.
Correct.
So we put it through the auctions. For 3 days, I think it got up to like $4 grand, $5 grand.
And then
the last day it got up to I think it was 7, and then an hour to go it was 8.
And we're thinking, shit.
Well, Morgan wasn't looking. I was paying attention the whole time.
I totally forgot, to be honest.
But yes, it was very nerve-wracking.
Yep.
Then I looked again, like 40 minutes to go, 11 grand. All right, sweet. 30 minutes to go, 12 grand. All right, I was happy I was just wanting about $1,000 loss. That's what I was looking for. I'd be happy with that. And then it ended up selling.
Yep.
For $18,000. So we actually made money out of it.
Yeah.
Through this whole charade, all the problems, we made money out of it. I've actually got the exact amount here. So with the auction taking its cut, we made $3,080 profit on that one, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I did not think. I mean, we had gone through the auctions and seen what a couple of them had sold for, but we did not think that it would sell for that much.
I think we were just prepared for the loss.
Yeah, we were not.
We didn't have much hope.
Ooh, that's my wake up alarm.
Yeah.
We didn't have much faith, but amazingly, it came through in the end. We did end up making money. The very exciting part about it is that we're at like 24.5 grand or over. Damn, that's some good money.
It's not bad. Yeah.
As the rain comes down on Morgan Shed. So yes, the Commodore's gone. We do have to wait a little bit until we can get the funds from the auctions, but in the meantime we will be going to the auctions to see what can 24 grand buy us at the auction. We have had the idea of, do we do a flip off where Morgan and myself we split the budget down 50-50, both buy a car each, and then see who can, one, buy a car better, and two, make more money out of it. If you guys like that idea, comment down below to let us know. As the rain gets a lot harder. Thanks heaps for watching. Consider subscribing if you've enjoyed this video. Hit the like button, comment below. What car should we get next? SS Commodores are off at the moment. And we'll see you in the next Project B video. Bye.